We got Maddie, it was in the winter of 2015. We wanted to get a companion for our other border collie that we had that was also a rescue. We connected with Flora and we're lucky to get Maddie.
Hey girl, stay there.
When I got her, it wasn't specifically to be a search dog. And then she started to show me she had all the characteristics of what you'd want. Maddie was, super high drive, but she has an on-off switch. So everything for her was kind of natural. The whole thing is a game for her, right? People like to think, oh, that dog loves me and it's saving my life, and it's like, no, not really. That dog wants its reward. You're just a part of the game.
Look at that. Come on.
You're over there.
The longest search mission she's been on was 7 hours and over 11 miles. I did 11 miles, she probably did 25, because she does a grid much more than I do. That call that we got that night was on New Year's night, and I just had a beer, and it's like, oh, now I gotta put that thing down, and I gotta think about being out all night. I looked at Maddie, and when she saw me with my backpack, she was ready to go. Our first big training was up at Stevens Pass in Washington. We were in serious avalanche terrain, and this one day at 5 o'clock, when the lifts were closed, we're getting ready to go down, and there was a big storm that was moving in. And so the people that knew the mountain well, they said, hey, do you want an escort down to the lodge? And I foolishly said, no, well, Maddie and I can do okay. And so I started skiing down with Maddie, and we get halfway down the mountain, all of a sudden we're in a whiteout. And she takes off, and there's cliffs and stuff all over the place, and I don't know the mountain real well. And I started panicking, and I started screaming her name. Over far in the distance, I could hear this woman saying, would you please call your dog off? She's chasing my dog. Well, Maddie was chasing this other search dog, this border collie that she liked. And then I saw Maddie come out of the snowstorm to me. So we headed off at that point and got down the mountain. Yeah, she adapted to everything. She's flown in a helicopter, doesn't phase her, flown in planes and stuff. So she's a pretty solid dog. Yeah, I was in search and rescue for 2 years roughly before I got her. I started out just helping and started seeing what the canine team was doing. It was small, and they wanted to build it up. Maddie is really unusual for a search and rescue dog because rarely do you find somebody that is in search and rescue that has rescued a dog, has a rescue dog. Maddie came from a farm down in Coos Bay area. There'd been an incident that had happened where a goat was killed, and she was nabbed as the culprit because she had blood on her. But she was in the barn, I think, when the husband went out and checked on it. It was the wife at the home that contacted Flora to get Maddie out of there to avoid her getting shot. Maddie just exceeded any expectations with her abilities. She's like, a person will look at her on a plane or something and see how mellow she is and think, well, geez, that dog kind of lazy. But you put her in the environment that she is kind of natural to her, yeah, she'll just go crazy.
Good girl. Good girl. Yeah. What is that, huh? Oh, look at that.